guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a super fun video. If you guys don't know me, you haven't seen my previous videos where I made an opal recipe video. We are back with another one that's going to be better than ever because this one is so good, you guys. I mean, my last one was amazing, but recently I have been into overnight oats. Overnight oats right now I feel like are so much better because I really like eating cold oats. That sounds so disgusting, but like it's really good, and I really like all the recipes that I have been making recently, so I wanted to share them with you guys. Make sure to follow me on all my socials. They'll all be in the description box below. Also subscribe because we are at 402 subscribers. Make sure to stay tuned till the end of this video because you'll definitely want to follow it all the way through. Let's get on to the video. Today it is like almost 8 o'clock now. We're going to be making a peanut butter cup overnight oat recipe. I'm gonna be using this bowl. This one's perfect because if you want to microwave them in the morning, you just pop this part open. You're going to need peanut butter. This is my favorite brand. I've shown it so many times in my videos. The next thing is honey. This sweetens up the oats so much. Almond milk. Sometimes I use almond, sometimes I use oat. It really just depends on what I have. The next thing is a key to making overnight oats. Chia seeds help so much because they soak up all the liquids so that it makes it nice and thick oats. Then we're going to be using some dark chocolate chips. I'm also using flaxseed, and then of course the oats. I like using the quick oats, I think these are. I don't really like large flake because they take too long to soak up all the moisture and actually taste good.
To make this opal, you're going to be using a 1/4 cup of oats to a 1/4 cup of almond milk. You always want to do equal parts to liquid as to oat. Then I'm going to be taking a teaspoon of chia seeds, a teaspoon of flaxseed, a tablespoon of honey. I honestly don't really measure my ingredients, so I just tried to for the purpose of this video. I did a tablespoon of peanut butter, and then I'm just taking some of these dark chocolate chunks. If you have chocolate chips, those work too, but this is what I had, so I decided to chop them up. But obviously, if you have chocolate chips, you don't need to do that, and you can just skip this step. But I'm just putting that into my oats, and then I'm just going to mix it all together. To top my oats, I always use a banana, so I'm just taking half a banana and slicing it up. I like to use only half the banana because I put it around the outer edge of my oat bowl, and then in the morning I'll just eat the other half. After I place my banana in my oat bowl, I like to drizzle peanut butter because it makes it taste so good in the morning because the peanut butter kind of just sits on top of the oat. And then I just decided to place some extra dark chocolate chips. I'm going to pop these in the fridge, and then I will be able to eat them tomorrow morning.
The next morning.
They smell so good, the peanut butter. So I'm gonna eat my breakfast outside. I always come outside to eat because it just makes me feel so happy and good, but I'm very excited about these oats. Today we are combining my two favorite things, and we are going to be making a peanut butter and jelly oat bowl. I'm going to be making my own jelly. Sometimes I use the store-bought one, but sometimes I like to make my own. you are going to need some almond milk. You need chia seeds. The key ingredient is the peanut butter. I'm using the blue menu. I've shown this in so many videos. To make the jam, we're going to be using raspberries. Raspberry jam is my absolute favorite. So I'm just going to be doing these in a pot with some honey. I'm going to be using some raspberries just to top it and make it look pretty, basically. We're going to be using some flaxseed. The most important ingredient is the oats.
So for my homemade raspberry jam, it's super easy and takes like no ingredients at all. So we're just using a cup of frozen blueberries, a cup of water, and then some honey. I'm honestly so bad at measuring, so kind of just drizzle it in there till I think it looks good. Then we're doing a 1/4 cup of oats with a teaspoon of chia seeds and a teaspoon of flaxseed.
Now that our jam is looking good, I never really time it of how long it takes me. It's currently 8:37, but I don't know when I started this, but I never really time it, so I don't really know. You kind of just do it till it looks a little bit like jam. Mine's a little bit liquidy, so I need to perfect this recipe, but I think it's super quick and easy.
Okay, so back to the oats, we're putting a 1/4 cup of almond milk in there, a tablespoon of peanut butter, because again, I love peanut butter. Actually, I think I did 2 tablespoons, scratch that. I definitely did 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. Then I just placed some of the raspberry jam in there and mix that all up. It even looks good just watching this. But then I'm just slicing, again, half a banana because I like to eat the other half in the morning, just plain on the side. Once the banana is in there, I'm just going to be putting more peanut butter on top. I usually do about a tablespoon, I think. And then I just place some of the raspberry jam in the middle.
The next morning.
Another day, another opal. So today we are going to be making a vanilla banana raspberry opal. To make this recipe, you're obviously going to need a bowl, preferably one with a very tight lid on it. Then you're going to need some oats. A key staple to this opal is obviously vanilla. Then I use chia seeds. I put some flaxseed in it, yogurt. Sometimes I use Greek yogurt. That's what I usually use a lot of the times because I like how thick it is. Other times, like right now, I just purchased this just to see if I would like it. The silk coconut yogurt. Then we're going to be using maple syrup. This helps sweeten the oats. Then I'm going to be using raspberries, obviously. These ones are really good and I just keep snacking on them and I need to stop because then I'm gonna have none left for my oat bowl. The last thing is to put banana, which is again a staple in any oat bowl I eat.
For this oat bowl, I did half a cup of oats, a teaspoon of chia seed and flaxseed, half a cup of almond milk, a teaspoon of vanilla, a tablespoon of maple syrup. Then I'm just mashing up some raspberries. I never knew people did this, but apparently it's a thing and it tastes really good in oats. I mixed that in and then I mashed up half of my banana. I put in a little bit of coconut yogurt just because I wanted my bowl to be a little bit thicker, and honestly it looks pretty liquidy, so I don't know why I did that. Now I'm just chopping up the other half of my banana to top my bowl with and make it look aesthetically pleasing.
The next morning.
Here is another oat bowl. So today we're going to be making my coconut oats. I have recently been obsessed with coconut and anything coconut flavored. This is one that I highly recommend. Flaxseed, oats, you guys know instant oats are the best ones to use. Maple syrup, I'm using this silk coconut yogurt. Chia seed, coconut of course, this one's sweetened, vanilla, and lastly almond milk.
For this oat bowl, I did a 4th cup of oats. I actually did a little bit more than that, but then I did a teaspoon of chia seed and flaxseed like usual, a few handfuls of shredded coconut, a teaspoon of vanilla, a teaspoon of maple syrup, and some coconut yogurt. Again, I don't measure that. A 1/4 cup of almond milk. Now I'm just chopping up my banana to top it with, and again, make it look super pretty. Then I just drizzled some honey on top to give it a sweet taste.
The next morning.
Coconut chips are super yummy and definitely something that you need to add in the morning, because if you add them the night before, they will go soggy. So definitely make sure you add them in the morning, but they're super yummy on top of the oats.
So this one is going to be a strawberry and banana overnight oat recipe. If you don't want to use a lot of ingredients, this one's very quick and easy. Almond milk, flaxseed, chia seeds, instant oats. Can't forget about the strawberries because that is the entire point to this oat bowl. Maple syrup because it makes it so sweet and so yummy. And then a banana to top it with.
For my oats on this day, I ended up doing 1/2 cup of oats, a teaspoon of chia seeds, a teaspoon of flaxseed. Then I'm just cutting up my strawberries. I just did them in little tiny chunks because I didn't want them too big in my oats. Now I'm adding 2 teaspoons of maple syrup to make it sweet, and then I'm adding my 1/2 cup of almond milk. I actually did a little bit less, I think, because I didn't want it too liquidy. I put a little bit of coconut yogurt. Don't worry, this won't flavor it coconut flavored. Don't worry about that. Now it's time to chop up my banana for the top of my oat bowl, again, to make it aesthetically pleasing, you know, for the gram, let's be real. I also chopped up some extra strawberries to, again, top it with, because when you take pictures for Instagram, it of course needs to look really pretty. Then I decided to just drizzle some maple syrup on the top.
The next morning.
That is going to be all for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed seeing all these opal creations. Make sure to subscribe down below because we're at 402 subscribers now. Also like this video because when you guys like my videos, when you comment on them, when you watch the video till the end, it helps my channel out so much. Make sure to follow me on all my socials. They'll be in the description box below. Turn my bell notification on. I hope you guys are having such a wonderful day and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.